What's going on, guys? Midnight Gaming here with a new series we'd like to call COD Tips and Tricks with Midnight Gaming. So in this series we're gonna be explaining how you could improve your KD to at least a 2 KD. And in this video we're gonna be talking about preferred guns, preferred attachments, and preferred perks. So before we start off, this series is gonna have around 6 to 7 episodes. And each of the episodes are key factors of how you could improve your KD. So let's get started. So basically what we did, me and my friends, we basically checked the recoil of each of the guns, each individual gun. So we're talking about assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, and that's pretty much it for now. And we didn't check the marksman rifles, snipers, and shotguns, unfortunately, because not many people use it. So let's get started. Okay, we're gonna be talking about the top 3 guns in the assault rifle category. So at number 3 we have the Honey Badger. So the Honey Badger is a versatile gun, so it's really good for extremely short range and close to medium range. It's remarkably similar to a submachine gun. It's really not intended to be used at a long distance. It has an integrated silencer, which is a really good thing, so you don't have to be spending a third perk on the silencer if you're a stealth player. And this gun is really good for stealthiness, and the iron sights are extremely good on this sight. So what attachments I would use on this gun is I would just use the extended clip and the vertical foregrip, which is a really good attachment which reduces the recoil. And I would use the main perks I would use is just ready up and stalker, so you could choose the other perks. Those are the only necessary ones for this gun. So the next one is the AK-12. So the AK-12 was the most used gun in Call of Duty Ghosts when it first got released, but unfortunately they kept nerfing the guns, like they put more view kick to it and everything. So that's why it came second on our list. So basically it has manageable recoil with a vertical recoil. So what you could do is hold down on your joystick while you shoot, which actually manages the recoil and lowers the recoil. And what you could do is this gun is actually really good for mid-range to long-range gunfights, especially mid-range. I would just use a suppressor and extended clip, or I would use extended clip and foregrip, or extended and muzzle brakes. So there's a lot of attachments that you could use for this gun. And all of them are really effective. So I wouldn't use any reticles on the site because the iron sights are actually pretty good. So yeah, at number 1 for assault rifles we have the Remington R5. So this gun is this is what all the pros use, because there's a reason why. It's amazing for long ranges and it's amazing for mid ranges. Unfortunately, the rate of fire is 600 rounds per minute for the R5, which makes it one of the slowest shooting assault rifles, tied with the AK-12. So basically this gun is good at long and mid range. Unfortunately, it is really bad at short range. So if you're if you're playing Strike Zone, I wouldn't really recommend using the R5. The reticles are kind of I'm not a fan of the reticles, so I usually go for a thermal or a red dot. So if you're playing S&D, I would go for a thermal, but if you're playing just domination, if you're just playing public matches, I'll go for a red dot and a foregrip. That's what many people use. And the perks are quick draw, stalker, and ready up. Those are the perks that you need for that gun. So next thing we have the SMGs. So at number 3 we have the Bison. So we found that the Bison was actually better than the Vepr because it has lower recoil and has a high rate of fire, and it has a pretty good damage too. So what I would say is good for the attachment's good for this gun is I would say a vertical foregrip and a muzzle brake attachments. Maybe you could switch out that muzzle brake attachments for the extended clip. So that's it for the Bison. So the preferred perks, I would just say stalker and ready up, and maybe agility. So because it's a really light gun, so you could run pretty fast with it. So the second one is the Vector. So the Vector is a really overall good gun, It doesn't have a high rate of fire. It's comparable to kind of like an assault rifle, like kind of like the honey badger. It's really good for mid ranges. You could kill people at long ranges with some burst fires in them. It has a 48 damage from up close, so it's a really high damaged gun. Unfortunately, the rate of fire is around 700 RPM, which is I think one of the slowest shooting um, SMGs in the game. So it's really good if you can't handle recoil, and it does have vertical recoil, but it is manageable. And at number one, you guys probably guessed it, it's the MTAR-X. So the MTAR-X is the overall beast of a gun. It's probably one of the most used guns right now in competitive and public matches. It's good at medium, long, and short range. And you could burst fire at long range. It has literally, I think of it as a laser gun. It's like a laser beam. It just shoots straight. Like you can't miss bullets on it. And the only con about this is the iron sight. The iron sights are good, but like the sight itself is good, but then the outside, that's like the bar that's surrounding it, kind of wastes your viewing like features. So if someone's like near you, you can't really see them kind of. So right now, for the attachments, I would probably just say use a vertical foregrip and a muzzle brake attachment. That's what most people use. And for perks, I would say it should be good with ready up and agility. That's pretty much it. And for the LMGs, we're just going to be talking about one LMG, and that LMG is the M27. And the M27 IAR is a really versatile gun. It's really good for long ranges, and it's like a laser beam itself. Unfortunately, it does have a low rate of fire, and you kind of run slow with it, so it's not really good for smaller maps. But I would use because basically iron sights are like a moon, kind of like a crescent shaped iron sight. It's actually really creative. It's actually a good iron sight too. So the attachment that I would use for this is I would probably use the muzzle brake and the vertical foregrip, or I would switch out the muzzle brake for an extended clip. So because it takes around 4 seconds to reload, which is a lot, but fortunately you have like 150 bullets in that clip, so it makes it 100 bullets in that clip, which actually counts for it. So the perks that I would use for this is stalker, quick draw, ready up, and agility, because you need agility because it's obviously a light machine gun. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you liked the video, and I guess this is the end. Peace, guys. Later.